He's never fought us. Not us united.
My favorite moment in the entire... Maybe I should complicate this before I start speaking here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Comics League Indie Wednesday. I'm Jared, your host, your very handsome bearded host. And today I'm reviewing another one of Dawson's books called Savage. This book is so freaking cool. So, to review, Dawson is the artist for my comic book, Thunder Goddess. And that book's going to come out sometime in 2023. We're still working out the details. But so what I want to do is I bought a bunch of the comics he drew because my thinking was if I know how his art looks and flows, it's significantly easier for me to write the script because then I'll be able to craft my script so it better reflects his strengths. So anyway, that's why I got a bunch of these. So glad I did because the art is fantastic. So Savage, the legend of the Blue Raven. So now this book is actually one of the best starts to a comic book series of all time. So I'm going to start with this. So what we have here is that the narrator is the main character, and he keeps having this recurring dream. It starts off with a blue raven, and it enters this Native American village, and these warriors are around a fire, and they're talking about how their territory is being infringed upon by the Crow tribe, and these guys are Sioux Indians. So the blue raven, who's essentially this badass, their best warrior, goes, okay, here's what we're going to do. Send me and like a squad of our best warriors, and we'll make sure they don't mess with us ever again. So again, major badass energy. It's kind of like they never fought us, not us united. He kind of talks back to the chief for a moment, but the chief kind of like brushes it off right now and then says, okay, go ahead. At the same time, he approaches one of the other warriors and goes, okay, so when you're on this mission with Blue Raven, kill him because he disrespected the chief. No one does that. Make sure he doesn't come back alive. So when the war party is riding, all of a sudden they notice one dude is like straggling. So he's like, what's going on? And then as soon as he sees the bad guy get off his horse, Blue Raven immediately knows what's going on. He goes, you're going to challenge me really right now? And he goes, yeah, you disrespected our chief. And then essentially what's going to happen is Blue Falcon, that's an interesting slip. Blue Raven goes, okay, so no, I'm going to be chief soon because our chief is an idiot. So essentially he's ambitious. He desires to lead the tribe. So essentially they have an epic battle. And at first it's going in the Blue Raven's way. But then before he can deliver the killing blow, the other two archers take him out with 3 arrows. And they just leave him there to die, essentially. Actually, no, and then the hatchet comes down on him. So essentially he dies. Then at that point, his mother is banished from the tribe and her TP is burned. And at that point, that same warrior wakes up in the bed in the modern time. So that's a very interesting way to end the story. So that's the first issue. Now, what do I think about this? Well, the art's fantastic, obviously, because Dawson. And I very much like how he does, like, how he has the snow rendered, because the snow looks like a haze instead of like just an embankment. It looks more like they're walking on clouds, and I really, really, really dig that. I like how he does snow in the background, particularly at night, because it looks kind of like static, and I think that's a fantastic way of doing it. And again, I like the way he renders blood because okay, so stylistically, it makes sense to like have blood when you're doing like close quarter combat to be like a river trail that follows the blade, essentially. Dawson, he kind of has that, but instead it's kind of like a mist. And that I think is actually a really, really, really interesting way to do it. And I hope he does that on my book if you're watching, Dawson. And then I definitely like how, like this shot. Look at that. Look at that. That is so dope. I love that. And really, I like how he does like different facial expressions and different like combat scenes and just general tranquil scenes too, because the way how he has the silhouette of the horse of the mounted guys as they go across the environment, it's very much what I'm looking for. So I'm glad I got him on the project, but it's very much compelling, and the art is engaging. Like I was flying through this, not because I wanted to get through it, but because I was like, I want to see what's next on the art, because it was like every single page is like something I would hang on my wall. And it definitely, he reflects that he essentially has the style of the Native Americans, like the warriors, like they're jacked warriors, which I definitely love, because whenever you have like a depiction of like some of the most badass armies in the world or warriors, like Native Americans, samurai, I like when they're depicted as big burly badasses that you would not want to get into a fight with. And he definitely gets that. They're like Superman, practically. So Superman and maybe Ben Affleck's Batman. A little raw. But that's Savage. I love this book so much. I'm going to review issue 2 next week because I have issue 2. I just happened to just do issue 1 today. So next on the channel, I have a collaboration with Nerdette's Newsstand on her channel. That's going to be soon. It's going to be a live stream where I defend the Snyderverse. And then I have, what else do I have coming out? Oh yeah, I'm starting work on my edit. That's going to be a massive, like, hour-and-a-half edit of the Boys versus the Justice League. And then I have a little surprise edit coming out soon. I just started throwing together some clips for something very, very close to me. But is that all I want to say? Yeah, that's about all I want to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you next week. And Dawson, fantastic job. I can't wait to see what you do with Thunder Goddess. Stay heroic, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.